Hey everybody, this is Brian Jensen. I'm on Facebook. It's my page on Facebook, Sparky's Model Salvage. I'm going to start making videos here because I'm getting a lot of inquiries about how I do my rust on models. I've only been doing this for a couple years. Actually, I think it's my second year I've been doing this, but I've built a lot during the winter. I'm going to show you some of my better ones here that I've done. And this here is a replica of my old truck I used to drive. These kits are pretty much, I should show you the kits first here. Of course, buy these kits at all the hobby stores. Michaels has some, Hobby Lobby, all that. But this particular one, this old my old truck, replica of it, what I used to actually drive. See all the rust holes in it. Flip it over here. Get a little muddy on the bottom. Did this one. It's one of my first ones I built. I pretty much became addicted to this hobby after this. Some of these ones I'll show you though. Did it kind of at the beginning, so they're not like the best, but I get a lot of compliments on them, and I'm only getting better. So this one right here is actually my favorite one that I've built so far. 57 Chevy convertible. Made the kind of rips in the top, seats in it, dirty. Just made it an old beater. Cloth seat in the back, if you can kind of see that. Grungy old seat. This is what's called a curbside, so don't do the underneath. Just sits there on the shelf and see it falling drive shaft there. Bunch of rust, just like he's been sitting in the field and doesn't move. This one kind of went overboard with the rust. Again, that was one of the first ones I made. You know, the rust holes kind of inconsistent and everything. I didn't really rust out the cab there like I should have. I don't really do plug wires or anything. I haven't really got that far yet into this hobby, but because a lot of stuff I do is curbside with no motors. And bet I went way overboard on. It's a 66 Suburban. Another curbside, didn't do the underneath of it. I'm starting to do more of a complete model now that I'm getting more experience and everything in it. But from the beginning, I really didn't do much of the whole model. This one is all completely done. It's just a rusty beater. I can't remember. This is a Mobius model. I can't remember which model it actually is. Ford F100 though. The motor in that. No plug wires again. Still really haven't gotten into the plug wires and all that, but I will. Dirty inside if you can see all that. The seats are kind of ripped in there. light in there. I'll go back to the F250 though. It's my favorite one by far. We used to break out the wing window a lot because I used to lock my keys in the truck. So we would smash out the window to get back in the truck, and I got to the point where I did it so many times I just said the heck with it, and I just taped it up with duct tape. The headache rack is handmade. Styrene, of course. The cable there is just to simulate like an extension cord I had hanging off the back. Handmade the toolbox. Really didn't do anything on the inside. Planned to, but never really did. Scratched the heck out of the bed. These chains here, handmade. It's a necklace, and I think a threading needle that I just heated up and bent. And I'll show you in other videos. I'll show you how I did all the dents and the mud and the rust and all that stuff. In other videos, I won't post everything in one video. I just wanted to kind of get an introductory video here of what I do and how I do it. And these rims and tires. The rims and tires are actually the same exact tires I had on my truck back in the day. BF Good wrench. Or no, they're Firestone. Those come from Scenes Unlimited. Now I'll show you my current build I'm building. I'm building this model right here. Of course, I'm not doing it like that because I never do. Bed done, most of the bed. Got the tailgate. The hood, if you see, it has a crease in it for when the hinges needed oil, and you want to oil them, you push down the hood and make that crease in it. That's pretty much my room. What I do recommend to everybody, and a lot of people don't realize that how handy this really is. Food dehydrator. Got it on eBay. It's about 180 bucks. Has one from Menards. As you see, smaller. This one, a lot larger. Can adjust the settings on this. Timer, degrees. When I paint, since I do pretty much just, crappy models and stuff that, looks like that with dirt and everything, I don't care about great paint jobs. It takes a different skill. I'm not bashing anybody that does that. It's just different skill level and something that I find that I cannot do, because this is what I enjoy right here. The reason why I enjoy it too is I see a lot of people, Tim Casper, one of my favorite builders, Tyrone Price, is on Facebook. They have thousands of hours in models, just show quality models that is just ungodly real. My truck right here, I got 40 hours in that. This, I think I got 10 hours. I think about 30 or 35 in that. I think I got about 20 in that, and I think that one maybe 15, or not even that, maybe 10. I don't know. I mean, these are, it builds cool models, and I get a lot of compliments on Facebook of the club that I'm in, which I'll get to here in a minute. And you know, the compliments I get off of it is just, it's awesome. You know, and I love this hobby. And it's a lot cheaper than owning the real thing. A lot cheaper. Even though I do got a ton of models, but you know, yeah. But it's part of the hobby. It's still a lot cheaper than a real thing. So, the club I'm in, Slam, Southern Lakes Auto Modelers, out of Delavan, Wisconsin. We have about 35, 40 members right now. We have a lot of builders that have actually been in Scale Auto Magazine. We're a growing club. It's just amazing the people that's in it and the talent of. You have people that build, you know, nothing but box stock, which is, you know, what you see on there. That's the only way that they build. They build other ones that build, you know, stock ones, and other ones that build stock cars, race cars, NASCAR. I think there's a guy in there that does airplanes. One in there that does semis. You know, I do Rust. Me, Troy Riley, Troy Deal, Rick Buchema or Bielema. I can't remember his last name. We all do Rust, you know, rat rods, anything having to do with Rust. That, you know, the club is growing, and you know, we've had people that have been Scale Auto Magazine. I think Troy's going to be in there next month, and how he foils. Yeah, it's just an amazing club, and you get a lot of info, and yeah, it's just fun to be in. We meet once every third Saturday of the month. So, it's pretty much my workbench. It's a mess, but I don't care. I know where everything's at. That's all that matters. These things use a lot. To be a weathering master, you can get the whole pack. There's 6 of them. Actually, it comes in a pack. On eBay, I think it's $25 to $30. Has a orange rust, which I use a lot, and then the darker rust. This is more of a black soot. Never use that snow one. It's a different way to go there. I never learned that. I don't really want to care to learn that either. Other big thing I use to rust are those sophisticated finishes. So they come in a pack of 2. You can get them on eBay. Actually, I'll try to type it out right now so you can see. That's it right there. That's just the one. Trying to find the 2-pack. Where's it at? Of course, I should have had this set up here, but I didn't. There it is. Rust antiquing set. That's what I use. Now, once again, because of what I do, the rusting, making it look like crap pretty much. You know, this place is a mess. You know, there's crap on the table, and you know, I might use a brush 2 or 3 times, or just buy the cheap ones from Walmart. You know, I do have these here too from Walmart that try and get in, you know, different good spaces and, you know, little spaces and stuff like that. When you're doing rusting and you're doing dirt, you don't need to be perfect. There's no reason to. Absolutely none. Because if you screw up something, you just add more dirt to it, or a rust spot, or if you go a little bit crazy on the Dremel, you add an extra hole. Well, there's an extra rust spot. You know, it's not a big deal. You don't have to be perfect when you do this. There's no need to, because you're making it look like crap. It's pretty much what you're doing. And you know that you just want a consistency to what you're doing as far as, you know, where the dirt marks go, and you know the dirt and the rust, and you know the way you lay your paint, and you know lay the rust and stuff, and such as this, what I'm kind of working on right now. Fenders from that Big Game Country pickup. You know, it's gonna be a field find. You know, just sitting in a field rotting out. You know, so like here's an example. I did the fenders here, rotted out, you know, along the fenders and in front of the fenders and stuff. Well, forgot to do that backside, so I had to grind down that backside, and to touch it up with, I just sprayed some paint, though off-white paint that I got on this, and I, you know, touched it up right there. And now I'm going to go back and put some of this stuff on it, rust it, and weather it a little bit, and then spray a matte clear on it to seal it, and be done. You know, it's not, you don't have to be perfect when you do this. There's absolutely no need for it, because I mean, you're just gonna make it look like crap anyway. So I mean, if you screw up or something, nobody that's looking at this can tell that you screwed up. You know, because it's rust. So use a Scotch-Brite a lot. These things, if you haven't discovered these things yet, they are the best. They're liquid chrome. Another thing when you do this, it's like on this truck here, don't need to be perfect, because it's a beater truck. Who cares? You know, so I mean, if you take this and you lay it up there and get it a little bit on the top, well, take the back of a knife and scratch it off. Well, then you got another scratch in your top. Who cares? It's a beater truck, you know. Doesn't matter. Use a lot of different glues. I think I use like 5 different glues. I use different ones for windows. You can still use Elmer's glue, and I'll show in a later video why I use that, and you know, the heat, Vallejo pigments, different washes. Got some different stains back here, acrylic washes, enamel stain, even the cheap paint from Joann's. You know, like I said before, you're making junk. Don't need to be perfect. It's very easy to do. You know, and a very easy way to learn. And I'm going to teach everybody here in a couple other videos how to do what I do. And you know, it's fun. You don't need to be perfect, and you can get not. You know, I think that 57 over there, I did that in almost one day. You know, and that's just, you know, I tell people, they're like, how did you do that in one day? Well, first of all, that's the main key. Right there. You put anything in that will dry within 20 to 30 minutes. Paint, not all glues. Some glues, it will make it rubbery and it will slide on you, but I'll teach you in another video how to take care of that. This rust stuff, they say on the website, takes 72 hours. I have it down to 20-minute process, and you're going to get that. And I even called the company, and they said there's no way. I said, watch me. And another reason I'm making one of these videos, I'm going to send them one of these videos and show them how I do it. But yeah, they were shocked when But I said I could get that down to 20-minute rusting time, and there's people over there at 72 hours. Some of them don't even have projects done in a week. I got it down to 20 minutes, literally. Yeah, so subscribe to my channel and follow my page on Facebook. I do updates all the time when I'm out here working. Oh, here's another thing I'm going to show you. Where you're doing junk. Here's my paint booth. Looks like hell. Don't matter. Because that's what I'm building. Doesn't need to be nice. Really doesn't. All my money is tied up in all these models. I want a little bit of a spending spree on models. I got a little bit of a problem, but whatever. At least it's not drinking or drugs, I guess. So, you know. But yeah, I'll be posting some other videos here soon. Follow my Facebook page, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.